Now, I know all of you were just as surprised as me to see CCP Games is actually developing another game titled Project Awakening. Now, they've been super cryptic about this. I have gathered all the publicly available information I could find about this mysterious title to answer one question: what the heck is Project Awakening? So if you want the best EVE Online guides and guides on whatever else CCP Games is making, you came to the right place. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. Loru here, digital advertiser, content creator, and Project Awakening enjoyer. I guess, can I say I'm an enjoyer? I haven't played the game yet. For the better part of 10 years now, Project Awakening is, put simply, an early alpha title by CCP Games that we're not really sure what it is yet. Now, this was debuted at FanFest in 2023, saying that they raised $40 million in external funding and that it's a small team experimenting with blockchain technology. I know that blockchain is a little bit weird and that there's been a lot of scams with this. I'm not so anti-blockchain, and if anybody's going to be able to use a bleeding edge technology right, I think it's CCP Games. An important note from that external funding is that it's coming from this gentleman right here that I'm going to butcher his name, so I'm not going to say it. He's one of the heads, if not the head, of A16Z. This is an investment company that's been investing in gaming and blockchain technologies, so I'm not surprised to see this. But y'all, this is not some like small hedge fund. This is a massive company with 750,000 Twitter followers. They've invested in Airbnb, Coinbase, Facebook, GitHub, Instagram, Oculus. I could keep raising the tone of my voice. This is a nice way of saying that these guys don't just invest in anything and everything. They invest in what looks like winning projects, at least from the get-go anyway. Because one of the main concerns I was seeing about this when I was poking around online is that people were concerned that this game, Project Awakening, was going to take dev resources away from the main game, EVE Online. While that's probably true, some devs are probably working on both or some or whatever. Because of this big funding dump, $40 million, they can hire a bunch of other people with that kind of money, y'all. Think about it like this. If they were able to convince investors to give them money, that means they already have something pretty good. And now I'm intrigued to play it myself. Now, what kind of game is it though? And the answer to that question is I'm not really sure. Many articles have even stated the obvious, in that the studio has not yet shown off any gameplay of Project Awakening whatsoever. And y'all, that's so true. I couldn't find a scrap, an iota, indeed a crumb of what the heck this game is. I don't know if it's an FPS, I don't know if it's an RPG, I don't know if it's an MMO. I have no idea. What I do know is that it's going to use blockchain to create a relationship between virtual worlds and players using smart contract blockchain technology. Now let's pause there for just a sec. My background is in marketing tech, and in marketing tech I've run into, shall we say, this kind of thing many times, where if a company wants a cut of items being sold, they will use blockchain as a ways to get, call it a small percentage of said item. CCP Games is not the first company to do this. Midnight Society, those that know, is developing a game, Dead Drop. They've said that they're going to have some kind of blockchain technology implemented for the items that are in this game. So CCP Games is not the first company to do this kind of thing, but we haven't seen a company do this right. We haven't actually seen it implemented yet. Y'all remember Ubisoft tried to use NFTs in some of their marketplace items, and it just didn't really work out. Nobody really used it. So I come back to the question, what the heck is Project Awakening? Well, after I went through all these articles, and even more that I'm not mentioned here, Project Awakening is, put simply, a brand new game that CCP Games is developing that's going to use blockchain technology. And how I think that they're going to use blockchain is the items that are sold in-game, maybe all of them, maybe some of them, are going to be able to be sold for real-world currency, at least if Project Awakening is following the similar models like companies like Midnight Society, Dead Drop, and others. Now, I'm going to be covering as much of this as I can. I'm actually trying to go play Project Awakening myself. Everything about this is under a massive NDA, so I assume I'm not going to be able to talk about this for a long time. But what I can talk about, we're going to put on this channel. So if you want more Project Awakening news and all the cutting-edge stuff, make sure you sub right here. And of course, if you don't want to waste time playing EVE Online or EVE Vanguard, the other games made by CCP Games, we got some playlists right here for you. Thanks again, everybody. I'm going to keep watching this, and we'll see you in the next video.